So yo, what's good with you YouTube? It's your boy Rome, back at you again making another video. I'm sitting out in my car right now. It's actually the 5th of June. It's pretty early. I don't have too much going on, so I took a quick break. I'm just making a video, give you guys a little bit of information. So this video is a little bit different. This actually is a video about credit, which obviously you would need unless you got a lot of money just to go put down on a car, pay cash for it. You need some credit, right? So credit is actually the way that I was able to purchase my 2018 Ford Mustang Ecoboost. And this video is basically just 10 things that I feel like I did and I accomplished in order to put myself in position to purchase a vehicle like this. The first one is pretty simple. Number one, I would say number one is a two-part. So I would say first, set a goal. Figure out what it is that you want to accomplish, right? So with anything that you do, you always want to have the end in mind. So if you want to get to a 640, you want to get to a 700, have a goal, have a time set that you want to do it. Make sure you understand how long it's going to take to get there. Do a little bit of research and then set an end point. Figure out where you want to be and make a way to get there. Say number two, find out where you stand. So it's in 2018, it is very easy to understand where you stand as far as your credit score goes, right? It's free. It's apps out there like Credit Karma. It's apps out there like Credit Sesame. It's tons of free apps out there that you can download on your phone, or just simply go to the website and you can look up by simply putting in a little bit of information that you would know without having to do any research, really. And you can actually get a number from at least 2 to 3 of the credit bureaus out there that will tell you how much or what your credit score is. Number 3, create a budget, right? If you find yourself out of money and you make money, or you find yourself just not being able to hang on to your money, create a budget. Look online. You know what I mean? Like there's options out there for you if you have trouble managing your own money. Unless you just have like some kind of mental issue to where you just like, you cannot hold on to money, you get some money, you gotta throw that shit. You know what I mean? Like, figure out a way to hang on to the money that you have. Create a budget. Get a piece of paper like this, write a notebook or something like this, and just simply start writing everything that you pay for on a consistent level within a month. That would be your bills. So if you have, if you live on your own, you have rent or mortgage, you have electric, gas, car note, right? If you have a car right now, insurance. Just write down everything that you know that you're gonna pay out of your pocket every month. And then put that side by side with how much money you make. If you make let's say you make $1,000 every other week, right? Just to make it simple. You make $1,000 every other week. You get paid every other Friday, right? The way that I do my math is I'll divide it by 2, because dividing it by 2 will allow me to figure out how much I make in a week, right? So in 1 week. So for a month, you want to multiply that 1 week by 4.3. And that number is how much you make in total for the month. So you have how much you spend next to how much you make. The difference between the two is how much money that you have left over, right? And that money can either be saved, it can be used to help increase your credit score, it can be used for things that you want to buy, which is 9 times out of 10 what people do. If you're not saving that money and you don't have any money left over, that extra money that you have, you're just fucking it up, and you're not able to do the things that you want to do. So what you need to do is figure out a way to control that extra money, because you can't control those bills unless you just simply, move into your parents' home or something like that. Whole nother story, whole nother rant, but figure out a way to manage your money so you have money to do things like purchase a vehicle or help improve your situation. Find a way to stay on track, right? And that would simply be things like the Credit Karma app. The Credit Karma app is really good because every week, every 7 days it updates, and it'll tell you where you are. So you'll see things like what reported, what didn't report. You'll see things like what you should do, what you should increase, what you shouldn't increase. As long as at least every week you're checking, you'll see kind of where you stand, and you can find a way to stay on track. If you know, hey, it's saying, hey, the next thing you should do to move up is to find a way to lower your bills by $300. You know you need to go ahead and attempt to find a way to lower your debt by $300. That's really good to keep you on track, because after a while, I know with me, right? After a while of winning and progression, you tend to fall off, right? You get comfortable in where you are. If you were down and all of a sudden you're up a little bit, you can kind of see light in the distance, people start to slow down. They say they don't have to work as hard. Find a way to stay on track. That's the best thing you can do. Number five, I would say apply for credit cards. Apply for credit cards, right? When building your credit, in my opinion, right? I'm not, first, I should have did this caveat at the beginning, but I'm not like a certified financial advisor, none of that. This is all just personal opinion. These are things that I did that worked for me. Your situation is different. Take that into account and then do what you think is best for you, right? But apply for credit cards. I have never had credit cards, maybe before like the last 2.5 years. Before that, it was strictly cash. It was like loans, payday loans, things like that. I was really effing up my money, and I was not financially responsible at all. I can say that. Things really went to the wayside that should have been like super important, and they weren't, right? So I would say applying for credit cards is really good, because those credit cards actually is what I believe boosted my credit score the most. Even though I had things on my credit report that were like bad, things that were negative, me actually applying for those credit cards and getting credit cards, very small credit cards. The first credit card I got was a, I want to say it was Capital One, right? It was Capital One. Capital One actually gave me an opportunity once I did a little, finagling here and there to get some things removed and, try and get myself as clean as possible without spending a lot of money. Capital One actually gave me a credit card with a $200 limit. I don't even want to say they gave it to me. It was a secured card. So I had to put some money down. So I put $100 down, and I had a $200 limit. So they gave me $100. I spent the $100. The card limit was $200 I could spend, right? That turned into eventually one of my larger cards for a while. That card actually increased 100. It moved up to 300. Then it moved up to 5. Then it jumped up to like 800. You know what I mean? And it just slowly progressed. But if I never would have took that chance of simply putting $100 down, to get a credit card, that wouldn't have happened. You know what I mean? And it's something that's always possible. It's something that you can do. You have to start. This maybe should have went before, but dispute negative items on your credit report. Very important. Get that Credit Karma app. Get the Credit Sesame app. Pull your credit report. You can get a free credit report from, I want to say it's annualcreditreport.com once a year for free. And you can get one copy of your full credit report from each of the 3 major credit bureaus. And anything that's negative, it's so simple. It's actually a separate category all its own. It literally just says negative items or something like that. Something along the lines of this, all this shit in this list is bad. It's fucking up your credit score. And all you have to do is simply dispute. Now you can go online, or maybe I'll make another video that'll explain it, but you simply can find reasons why some of this shit is either wrong, outdated, unverifiable, because you can say anything. You know what I mean? I've had things on my credit report that weren't correct.